The Forged Trader, where successful traders aren't born, they are forged. And we are talking about trading today. Trading involves risk. Please make sure you know what you're doing before you do it. Okay. I did not trade today. So I've actually been trading on my Mac, which is why I have been using TradingView, which if you were around last year, you know that I was trading on my PC because I was trading on NinjaTrader. And because of the eclipse, I ended my day early, as I mentioned yesterday, and I wanted to get off the streets before the crazies were out. Turns out there weren't really a lot of crazies out, but there was a lot of speculation that there would be. Anyway, long story short, I took my Mac home with me, which I don't normally do. And when I got here this morning, I did not bring it back. So I was trying to scramble to put together my charts on the PC and try to get everything up and running. But being in a hurry when it comes to do with anything trading is a bad idea. I've been proof of that, and I've learned that lesson, hopefully, or at least I continue to learn that lesson over and over and over again as I go through this process. So I went ahead and just made the decision that I'm going to continue to try to get all my charts set up on the PC because ultimately I will be switching over, but I went ahead and skipped my trading day today. Now, one of the reasons that I'm moving everything back over to the PC is because I want to take everything that I've been learning and working with and developing my skills with, which has been going relatively well in terms of seeing the moves and understanding where the market's going. Not so good in terms of discipline of action, as we found out last week. But it is like if I just this one simple piece of couple simple pieces of information. So supply and demand, fair value gaps, that kind of thing, some basic trend lines and things like that. Utilizing those, my results when I'm not making mistakes. I was going to say something nastier, but I won't. Have actually been pretty decent, but there's a few things that I've been struggling with. First and foremost is precise entries. So yeah, sure, it makes sense to enter when you're at a significant level. It looks like it's bouncing off, but do you enter just as it bounces off? Do you enter as it retests? I mean, there's all these different factors that come into play that basically are subjective. The problem that I'm having with subjective decision making is that, well, it requires me to make a decision. And because I'm revamping, I guess, from the beginning, my confidence level is not that high. So then I second guess myself. So we do like I did a couple of weeks ago where I got into a trade and then I reversed it when it started coming against me. And then when it continued to go the way that I originally thought, I reversed again. And each step of the way, I'm losing trades. Anyway, so the confidence level is low for me right now when those entries are very subjective. So what I have decided to do is take this information, keep these types of charts up that I've been working with, which would be the time charts that, anywhere from 5-minute on up to daily candle charts, and doing all the same work. So setting up, defining the supply and demand zone, setting up, seeing the fair value gaps, all that kind of stuff, continuing to do all of that, but then go back to what I was doing last year, which is Apex Investing Simplicity Trade, which has those very specifically designed entries, trailing, methods of trailing. So there's all these key factors that are specifically defined. And I was doing okay with that. I was doing okay with what I've been doing the last few weeks. So I thought if I merge the two together, having that additional information won't be overwhelming. It's not like it's going to be 1,000 different things that I'm trying to look at to make these decisions, but just having these levels and a better understanding of how they function and how the market functions around them, I feel like will help me to make better specific decisions. And I think that's really where I am right now. Is I want that specifically designed or defined entry, because that takes a lot of that guesswork, that subjectivity out of it. And I just think that for me that works better. Maybe, a couple years from now when I've been doing this forever, the subjectivity will be more intuitive to me simply because of the experience and the time and the charts and all that kind of good stuff. But as of right now, I feel like I need that specificity. So what does this mean? This means that hopefully I'll have everything set up. I had to get an additional feed to go back into Simplicity, which I ordered today, but it does not look like it's up and running yet. I'm hoping it'll be up and running by market open tomorrow. Cross your fingers for me. And if so, I will perhaps take a few trades, but if nothing else, I'll at least be watching it and seeing how I can put all of the pieces together, have all my charts clean and set up the way that I want them to be, and really just get that front end stuff cleaned up. Once I've got that front end stuff cleaned up, then I can go into being a little bit more proactive about saying, okay, I'm seeing this. Here's my entry. Here's what, anyway, I'll be able to show you. Now, the flip side is I do these recaps from my Mac, so I think I'll probably have to work off of screenshots. It's whatever, it's fine. It's just an extra process of transferring it from one machine to the other. I don't think that'll be a big deal. They sit right next to each other, and I've got, whatever. But different formats. I've experienced some struggles with that before, but I'll figure that out. But nonetheless, I have a plan. And I'm trying to make my plan more precise, more specific, and more defined. So little by little, I can start to exhibit that discipline that I try to live by in every facet of my life. And to me, I think that's one of the biggest tenets of what I do. For someone who is generally undisciplined, who wants to be disciplined as a trader, I just don't think that generally works. Are there exceptions to the rule? Of course there are. But I think that what you find is somebody who is generally disciplined will be a disciplined trader. Someone who is generally undisciplined will be an undisciplined trader. Now, I've been working on developing my own personal discipline for the last few years. It's been going well, but I have had challenges along the way. And I'll tell you, the last few weeks, I'd say the last 6 weeks of my life, just based on some travel and some family stuff going on, I have not been as disciplined as I normally tend to be in my day-to-day routine. And I do think that has played a key role in my lack of discipline in the charts. So we'll put it to the test. I am back. Hopefully there's no immediate travel that I'm unaware of. If I am out of town over the course of the next few weeks, it should hopefully be just for a few days and hopefully just over a weekend or something like that. I might miss a day or two of trading, but nothing more than that. And at this point, this gives me the opportunity, like I said, to put all of this to the test, revamping some old information. When I say old to me, stuff that I was doing last year versus the new stuff that I've been working through and working with this year, and putting the two together, I think will have a very positive impact. So cross your fingers for me. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today. Hopefully we have a trading recap for you guys tomorrow, but it will just depend on whether or not the charts are functional in time so that I'm not trying to rush and slap it together and get to trading within a matter of a few minutes without really checking everything and making sure that everything's good. So that's where we stand. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. I love you all. God bless. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow.